November and December, what they just said about what we can expect. And a huge thank you to today's video sponsor, currency.com, but more on them in just a minute. So in this video, I want to talk about what they just said we can expect during the months of November and December. Here's a brief list. Higher inflation on virtually everything, higher gas prices, higher interest rates out of the Federal Reserve, increased volatility in the stock market, and a surge in COVID cases. Now, I do have a lot more to talk about with all these topics, but really fast before we do, a quick word from today's sponsor. Currency.com is a cutting-edge platform that helps you buy crypto online safely, instantly, and hassle-free. They completely understand buying your first cryptocurrency can be incredibly intimidating, which is exactly why they help you navigate the crypto market and buy some of your favorite coins, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, just to name a few. They're fully regulated and they even offer 24/7 customer support with a real human. Their innovative and automated verification process allows you to buy crypto in just 5 minutes. The cool thing about currency.com, no deposit needed. You can buy crypto directly from a credit card or debit card. You can also exchange or convert your crypto and spot trade. Not only that, the platform is completely safe and secure, and they use the most up-to-date financial technology for instant delivery and verification. Their fee structure is very straightforward and the most competitive in the crypto space. If you're interested in buying cryptocurrency with the most innovative platform on the market and the peace of mind knowing the customer service team is right there for you 24/7 in the event you have any questions, make sure to register at currency.com using the link down below in the description. So I've been coming across multiple reports recently giving us a glimpse into what we can expect during the last couple months of this year. That's what I want to talk about in greater detail right now. Since I gave you that brief list a minute or two ago, now let's dive into it and talk about this in greater detail because there are a lot of things going on right now, and the list that I'm sharing with you in this video is just a brief list considering what is actually going on out there right now and what we need to watch over the next couple months. Let's quickly talk about inflation. Inflation is not going anywhere anytime soon. This is something I've been talking about since late last year. I've been saying that this inflation will continue to persist, and we continue to see that with all the inflation reports that we've been getting lately, especially with the last one we just got a few days ago. It continues to show that inflation on real things that average people are buying right now, like food, shelter, and virtually everything else, continues to rise. In fact, last month alone, food inflation was up another 0.7%, and year over year, food is up 13.7%. Like I talked about in a video the other day, shelter is up another 0.8% month over month and 6.7% year over year. These are just a few things that all of us are spending money on a regular basis, and that is not a good sign going forward. Next, I quickly want to talk about gas prices as well. Now, here's the deal. We heard about a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks ago now, we heard that OPEC is going to be cutting about 2 million barrels of oil production every single day. Well, that's going to just raise prices for gas simply because there's less supply, equal demand, therefore prices must go higher. Simple economics and supply and demand. So as a result of them cutting supply for oil, that just simply means that gas prices will go higher, and that's actually what we've been seeing here over the last week and a half or so. Gas prices across the country have been inching up a little bit further, and they're saying it's only going to get worse going back into the end of this year, and early next year they're already predicting over $100 per barrel of oil yet again, which is what we saw over the summer just a few months ago. So again, not good. Not only that, diesel prices are back on the rise. In fact, diesel prices are very important, possibly even more important than gas prices. And the reason for that is the way that we get all of the products and food and everything that we get on our store shelves, the way that that gets there is, yes, by semis. Hundreds of thousands of semis all across the country, moving all of this product across the country, across the states, the cities, and everything like this. A lot of those vehicles run on diesel fuel. Because guess what? As the prices go up on that, what does that mean? It means that they need to pass that expense on to the retailers, and then they pass that expense on to the customer. And we happen to be that customer, right? So Diesel prices are very important to watch because as we continue to watch diesel prices climb, that simply means that diesel is going to impact the price of everything because virtually everything is brought to the stores by diesel-driven trucks or diesel-operated vehicles, right? Semis, right? So that's very, very important that we need to watch closely. Next, let's quickly talk about the Federal Reserve and interest rates. Again, another very key metric that we need to watch going forward. Remember, the Federal Reserve is continuously raising interest rates. As a result of that, they're trying to bring down inflation. It's not working very well. The Federal Reserve is going to be meeting again in early November, and then again, they'll be meeting in December. And with both of those meetings, it's already anticipated they're likely going to be raising interest rates another 75 basis points in November, and probably at least another 50 basis points, possibly 75 basis points in December, based on the next inflation reading that we're going to get in mid-November. So again, you can see, and the Federal Reserve continues to raise these interest rates, which again is not good for the consumer, because that just means all of that money that we're borrowing, or maybe balances that we're floating on credit cards, or new maybe auto loans or mortgages or personal loans, lines of credit, doesn't really matter what it is. All of these are getting higher and higher interest rates. In fact, I just talked about this about a week ago or so. The average interest rate on a credit card right now is 21.59%. That's crazy high, right? That's crazy high. So that is the average interest rate on a credit card right now. Average. There's more that are higher than that. So again, that is something we need to take into consideration as well. So with that being said, with all of this coming out right now, with all of the inflation reports, with the announcements out of the Federal Reserve, and all of this going on, of course, we're still going to see even more volatility in the stock market. This is something we've been seeing for a long time now, a lot of volatility. I've been talking about it a little bit lately. I've been saying, look out. All this volatility, it is like whipsawing all over the place. So again, I know that a lot of people here in the community may not watch the stock market all that much, but again, something we need to pay attention to because there's a lot of volatility out there and it's impacting a lot of people. Therefore, we're probably going to watch that one very closely as well, right? So these are some of the things that are going on. Next, let's quickly talk about COVID cases. Yes, the administration is talking about through the next couple months here, they expect there to be a surge in COVID cases. In fact, we're already seeing this over in European countries. We've been seeing surging COVID cases across many European countries for at least a little while now. A few weeks, we've been seeing cases tick up quite a bit. And as of right now, there's a whole host of other variants floating around out there right now. I believe there are at least 3 more big variants out there right now that are kind of taking over, and we're starting to see COVID cases spiking here in the United States as well. But they're anticipating some of these COVID cases from European countries again to flow over to the United States and again spike during the colder months, as many of us are spending more time inside because obviously it's cold out there, right? It's getting cold outside depending on where you're located. Regardless of where you're located, it's getting a little cooler outside. People are spending more time inside. As a result of that, with the holidays coming up, we're going to be spending more time with family and friends, neighbors, acquaintances, things like that. We're probably going to be out maybe shopping a little bit more for, I don't know, maybe one of these very expensive turkeys or very expensive inflated Christmas gifts or other, holiday gifts and things like that. So people are going to be essentially inside and congregating in bigger gatherings more. And as a result of that, they're expecting COVID cases to yet again surge going forward through the next couple months here. So as you can see, pretty fun. The next couple months sound like a pretty fun deal going forward, right? I mean, seriously, what a mess. But anyway, these are a few things that I wanted to bring to your attention. Now, again, these are just a few of the headlines that I've been seeing out there. There's a lot more. I could come back in 12 more videos just like this, breaking down all the different things that we need to pay attention to going forward in November and December, what we can actually expect. But these are a few things that we know almost for sure are pretty much coming, okay? We know this for sure that these things will be happening, okay? We got to pay attention to this stuff very closely because all of these events will impact us in some way, shape, or form. Therefore, I kind of want you to know about this stuff because we need to be prepared, right? Rather than reacting, we can just be prepared and be proactive, right? I'd rather be proactive than react, if that kind of makes sense. Either way, I want to bring this to your attention because when I come across all these reports like this, I feel like, you know what? It's my responsibility to bring it to you in this community because as I've said before, your local news probably isn't talking about all this stuff, but either way, I want to bring this stuff to you because I think it's very important to understand what's actually going on and what we're predicting here over the next couple months and how we can better situate for ourselves right now to actually, kind of go into this situation and be prepared for it, kind of be aware of what's actually going on. So either way, I'm here for you anyway, in any way that I possibly can be. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out some of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. Thanks again. I truly appreciate your support. Enjoy your day and make sure to stay tuned because you never know when I'm going to drop another cash drop video or another amazing Amazon project video, or when I'm going to be drawing more people to send out big Amazon packages to. So again, thanks so much for your support. Enjoy your day. Until next time, have a good one, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.